My favorite part of the trip so far would be swimming in the caves with swimming in the caves where the kings used to bathe in the fresh water. It was really cool, and also jumping in the waterfall after the first waterfall.
The best part for me has to be the day that we jumped off the bridge, just because it involved so much of my fears of height, water because I can't swim, and trusting other people because I have trust issues. And even though there was like 5 people telling me to jump, I just couldn't do it, and it was such a life-changing experience because I learned how to trust people so quickly, and that definitely has to be the best part.
Best part of the trip was meeting all these people, not just our classmates, but people like Tamatoa, Falea, Mihi, and Nani, and learning about them and their lives. And how
I think there's too many to count. Swimming stingrays, sharks, I would have never imagined, jumping off of bridges and going into caves. But I think my most favorite part about Tahiti was just the love that I experienced over here. The love can never be duplicated in any part of the world for me specifically, personally. I come from I'm from Seattle, and I'm Samoan, and I don't think I've ever had a community that just embraced strangers and treated them like family. And so that's one thing that I really enjoyed about Tahiti. That was my favorite part about Tahiti.
Hardest thing was leaving my family. I love my family, so I just kind of my tattoo represents it because they're always on my mind. So I miss them so much. I don't miss home, being back in Seattle, but I miss home, my family.
Oh God, the worst part was when I got sick and I got all these mosquito bites, and I was itchy, I was sick, I was irritated, I was hot. And usually my mom is the one that takes care of me. My mom wasn't here, so I was frustrated because I didn't know who to turn to. It was the first week, I didn't really know anybody, but Veronica and Jessica were like my moms, and everybody took care of me, and it was really, really bad, but it turned out to be good.
Well, the worst part of the trip is leaving, packing up and leaving. But personally, I think I found it difficult coming in here only knowing one language, and everyone else, not just the locals knowing Tahitian and French, but our classmates knowing Samoan and knowing Spanish and everything. It was eye-opening. That challenge has never been present in my life. So I don't know if it was really a bad thing, but it was just something I had to get used to, I guess.
For me, I have a pet peeve about bathrooms. Okay, I'm sorry, but you live in a house full of 24 or maybe more at some times. and the bathrooms, it's never guaranteed that it's gonna flush or that people are going to flush it. So I think that was my biggest challenge was having to deal with that and just like kind of be cool, ride the wave, as Val would say. Especially in Morea, the first thing I noticed, and I said, Papa, I was like, Papa, there's no toilet seats on the toilet. I was like, oh my gosh. So that was like probably the most challenging thing. I know it's like a silly thing, but it is what it is.
I thought everything was gonna be like this, like white sand, but everything, there's no beach in Tahiti with white sand, everything's black sand, so that was a difference, but it was still cool to be in the water.
On a hilltop in Tahiti, as I gaze across the bay at the island of Morea, standing in the day, and my lovely Margarita serves me cool Hinalo beer. I'll be a fool in paradise if I'm a fool out here. Your Anna can stand the heat. Your Anna is dancing in bare feet. Your Anna when you laugh at me. Your Anna, hey, I'm in ecstasy. Whoop-da! Bonjour, Fafaru, come to.
It was an amazing experience, something unforgettable, a great connection. There's a lot of meaning behind my tattoo. It's definitely something that's not fashionable for me, but more of a personal connection with my mom, and that's one of the reasons why I got it. Yeah, so I think the ideas came about it when we were in Morea, when I was talking to Papa, and I wasn't so sure. I knew I wanted one, but I wasn't sure just because I knew my mom didn't like tattoos, and so I didn't know how she would feel. But I think she'll definitely love this one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it was a great time and place for me to get my tattoo in Tahiti.
Here, my whole life and my past kind of demons were unleashed, and I learned so much about myself. The tattoo means so much more than trying to be cute. It was painful, but it was gratifying at the end to see it, and every day that I see it, it just reminds me of the things I need to kind of leave in the past and the beauty that I need to see in my future, and I see it in myself every day, so I love it. Because it just felt right, as cliche and dumb as that sounds, it felt right. Tao Tao made me feel comfortable in the fact that he wouldn't put a tattoo just for the simple of being part of the fashion or anything. It was like there had to be something deeper than that, and definitely my tattoo, there's a lot of meaning into it, so I just knew it had to be here. Why not? It's so beautiful. And it was cheap.
I think that I grew a lot in this trip, and my tattoo symbolizes that growth. And so, yeah, I think just a life-changing experience, and I don't want to forget it ever. So, my tattoo was meant to be part of this trip.
And I just feel that coming here, it gave me a lot of time to reflect, to learn a lot about myself as well as others and just my life. And so I felt that the time was right. And so I wanted a tattoo that came from my ear, my right ear, all the way to around my neck to the left vein right here. And the reason for that is because everything that I take in, I always filter through my heart. And the reason why I wanted it on my neck was because my father always said that the men were the head of the household, but the women were the neck supporting that head. And so without us, they can't turn or move forward. And so for me, it represented a lot about strength. And so, I don't know, my parents don't approve of tattoos, but at the same time, like, it wasn't a fashion thing for me. It's more of like a new stage in my life. Like, basically the theme of this trip, Maya Vaite Ora, welcome to life. And that's how I feel this trip was.
My baby.
Bye bye.
It's not bye-bye. It's see you soon.
Yeah.
For Leo.
Oh, look at that.
Apples and bananas.
I like to eat.
Yes, because I faced a lot of my fears, water being one of them, living with people of different cultures, different languages, living in such close quarters was really hard, being away from my family, communication, you know, not being able to be like, Mom, I miss you, and just having to deal with it and actually turn to my peers instead of my family. And it was life experiencing, because I learned to love myself, because that was one thing I need to work on, and I feel so more confident in just loving who I am instead of trying to change everything about it, just loving it and living it.
I think it was definitely life-changing, or something I will remember forever, and it has changed my perspective on life and how to live and how to interact with people.
I think for me personally it was, and then I also think that for our community at the university, I think it's definitely going to change a lot of the aspects of how we socialize with each other. Definitely we have many different minority groups, and this trip is slowly starting to unify our communities, and I think it's definitely changing us all.
I don't think anyone really knows themselves until they actually displace themselves from their comfort zone and stepped into like a strange foreign place. Because I thought I knew myself, and when I came here, it was an emotional roller coaster, ups and downs, and so this was surely a life-changing experience, and I don't think it would have been the experience it was without each and every individual that came on this trip and each person that we interacted with. So, I mean, this trip, next year, it's not going to be the same, because it's not going to be the same people. And we always say we'll come back to this, but you can never come back to this exact point in time because you won't have the people here with you. That's my experience here. It's one of once in a lifetime, and it truly is. So yeah, I love Tahiti. Love you.
Is there water down there?
Is there water? We are now here on the
More water?
Were you recording?
Yeah.
That's it, buddy.
Should I get me down there?
Who's to say
I hear
Where's the club?
what's impossible they forgot? This world keeps spinning, and with each new day I can feel a change in everything. And as the surface breaks, reflections fade, but in some ways they remain the same. And as my mind begins to spread its wings, there's no stopping curiosity. I wanna turn the whole thing upside down. I'll find the things they say just can't be found. I'll share this love I find with everyone. We'll sing and dance to Mother Nature's song.
My favorite part of working with the students might be being able to hang out with different people, different cultures, like being able to live in the same house with them for 1 month, and maybe also sharing stories with them about their life, about how they grown up. I don't think it was really difficult for me, because you guys have to know that here in Tahiti we have English since middle school, since we are 12 till high school, so till we are 18 years old. So so I don't think that was really hard for me. I mean, to be with them like by myself. maybe the first week that was kind of hard last year, but after that, you just go easier.
Sleep. I can't explain because I work, and in the same time, I'm happy. It's so funny, and
The hardest part might be to be a part of my family, because my little brother's always asking me, hey, Tama, how come you're not with us during the night? How come we don't see you for 1 month? We miss you. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm working. But they don't understand. So they're only here for 1 month, and then they're gonna leave. And then some of them, I'm not gonna be able to see them again in my life. So I wanna enjoy every minute with them. It was, I wanted to, first of all, I wanted to practice my English, improve myself, like being able to talk with them easy. So yeah, that was to practice my English first, and then to be able to know more about people from different other countries. And yeah, I think I just wanted to try. Like, I thought it was a really good experience for my life.
firstly, it's because I am a choreographer in the dance group, and Papa Dre wanted someone for teach Tahitian dance to the students, and Papa Dre knows my mom and asked my mom if I can work with them, and I accepted.
Okay.
I definitely think it's life-changing, because we are with like 24 students from 1 month, and of course they bring something to your life. Like we're creating like a hard friendship, and friendship which is priceless. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I don't go home, because I like to know more about their life, and I think their experience during their whole life inspired me.
Yes, because it's another culture. It's another environment, and I had a great time. Yes, with this work, and I think so. I'm lucky to have this work. Yes, and it was good. It was funny because I play in the same time I work, and in the same time I learn English, and now I think so. I progress.
I like it because I think that our Tahitian culture is how do you say, it's disappearing. Yeah, like young people here are not paying attention anymore to our culture, and I think it's good because I know that students are really interesting of our culture. So when they come, we're realizing that we are how do you say, forgetting about our culture. So we're starting to forget about everything here, about our story, our culture. So I think it's good.
Yeah.
And then I learned a lot of things with them too. Like they're like, oh, Tama, did you already know that they did it before? And I, oh, not really. So sometimes I learn a lot of things with the students too. So it's really definitely a good experience.
I think it's good to discover another culture, and to sure, you came here, but you show what is the the American culture, and so it's like we are in USA, you know. But because of you came, because of your culture, I begin more strong.
Yeah.
Inside and outside.
Oh.
Yeah. And I know I will miss this moment. I will miss this culture. I will miss you, everybody.
Oh.
All the time. Not cry.
Don't cry.
Yes.
That's why every week, every day, we're trying to spend more time we can with them, because we know that they're gonna leave, and like I said, maybe we're not gonna see them again in life anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard. We know, like last year, I didn't know it, so I was like, oh, next week I spend time with them. Oh, and the week after I spend time with those people, and then it's already time to leave with them. So you don't have time. You only have 1 month to enjoy time with them. The friendship that we created here, like I said, is priceless. You cannot find it anywhere else. You cannot buy it.
Yeah.
That's why it's priceless. Yeah. And yeah, if you wasn't there with the students, you cannot understand what kind of friendship we are sharing.